Nvidia's low-end GPUs often get dismissed as underwhelming. But let's be honest, most of that noise comes from people who don't fully understand how GPUs work or what makes a product truly valuable. These critics obsess over raw specs like VRAM and clock speeds, thinking they've cracked the secret to GPU performance. But in reality, they're missing the forest for the trees. Nvidia's GPUs, even at the low end, are about more than just numbers. They're about creating a complete experience that no one else comes close to matching. Nvidia's high-end cards, like the RTX 4090 and the upcoming RTX 5090, are absolute monsters in terms of performance. When you have products this advanced at the top, it skews perceptions of everything below. People look at Nvidia's low-end offerings and expect the same mind-blowing performance for a fraction of the price, which is absurd. Low-end GPUs aren't meant to compete with flagships. They're designed to meet the needs of everyday gamers and users without breaking the bank. The fixation on paper specs is another issue. Sure, AMD and Intel might throw more VRAM or higher clock speeds into their low-end cards, but that's where their innovation stops. Nvidia, on the other hand, delivers an entire ecosystem of features that fundamentally change how you use your GPU. DLSS, Reflex, and other proprietary technologies make Nvidia cards excel in ways that raw performance numbers can't capture. While AMD and Intel are busy trying to win the spec sheet battle, Nvidia is focused on winning the experience war. Take Nvidia game filters, for instance. This feature lets you tweak sharpness, contrast, color saturation, and other visual settings in real time directly in your games. Think your textures look blurry or the colors are too washed out? Game filters can fix that with a few clicks. It's like having Photoshop for your games, and it's all powered by Nvidia's software ecosystem. AMD and Intel, they can't even come close. Offering more VRAM doesn't make up for the lack of these quality-of-life features. And then there's RTX Studio Lighting, one of the standout features introduced with the 50 series GPUs. This AI-driven tool enhances your video calls or streams by adding artificial lighting to your face, making you look great even in terrible lighting conditions. Whether you're a streamer, content creator, or someone working from home, this feature is a game changer. But because it doesn't show up in FPS benchmarks, it flies under the radar for most reviewers. This is exactly the kind of innovation that sets Nvidia apart and gets ignored by people who only care about frame rates. The truth is, Nvidia's low-end GPUs are only underwhelming if you don't understand what you're paying for. AMD and Intel might give you more VRAM or slightly better raw performance at the same price, but they're not giving you the advanced features and software ecosystem that Nvidia brings to the table. Nvidia doesn't just sell you a GPU, they sell you a complete experience that makes your PC better for gaming, working, and creating. So if you're still stuck thinking Nvidia's low-end cards aren't worth it, maybe the problem isn't the GPU. Maybe the problem is you don't actually know what makes a GPU good. Before you dismiss Nvidia, take a step back and look at the features, the ecosystem, and the innovation. You might realize you've been chasing specs instead of substance this whole time.